Stuff my face with bread, with breasts, with a shoulder of a friend, with a corner of a desk, with communion, with a yes, and I tell you.
Fucking tough.
Didn't have it.
Yeah, well, welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John in Toronto, Canada. There's Skyler just breathing out all that filthy, filthy bong air. Cloudy fucking room.
Cocksuckers.
Cloudy room. Mike in Vancouver, how you doing, buddy?
That one's for Mick, you
That was
bitch.
for me.
Yeah, how that taste,
How
Mick?
else are we supposed to start our show, Mick?
Yeah.
A few times when I was living in Ireland, I had a buddy that was like, "You want to smoke some weed?" I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, Irish weed is not actually anything. Like,
No.
it was weirdly,
Really?
like, it was like hash tobacco. Like, it was garbage. We got high, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But coming back to Canada, it was just like, oh, this is a different thing.
This is
it's
what
it's
marijuana
next
is like.
level
It's
here.
next
Even
level.
compared to 10 years ago in this country, it's next level right now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Like, do you remember being kids? I think, RJ, what you're talking about is
No.
probably some kind of, like, cess. You remember that cess we used to get as a kid, Rue?
Yeah.
That, like, brick... Yeah, Sensibilia shit, that brickweed.
Yeah,
It
it
had,
was
like,
like that.
seeds, and it was, like, dirty, and, like, it
Yeah.
kind of looked like it could have been part tobacco, but it was just, like, really
I-
dry old weed.
I had buds that lived in Ireland, and they, like what you're saying, it wasn't so much. I think it's just hash.
It's
is
like
what-
hash, but it was
they
like,
don't-
I don't know. It wasn't pure hash. Like, they're not like they roll it in joints. It's not like
they
tarry
don't roll
hash.
hash in
It was just
joints,
like,
right?
yeah, I don't know what it is.
Sounds like hash.
Yeah.
Like not the flower. I can't believe I said
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Not the bud.
Flower.
Flower.
I mean,
Not the grassy
like
flower.
we were saying, it's next level here, dude. They got weed in their pops now. RJ's drinking weed pops.
Yeah,
doesn't
weed
even have to
drinks are
smoke
fucking
it.
good.
Ruin his pretty pink lungs.
Yeah.
Good.
You know?
The roommate the other night was fucking doing like the milliliter shit, like the liquid doping. I don't even know what you call that.
What?
Yeah.
You know, like she's got like a micro dabber that she like puts under her tongue and does like 40
Oh, really?
milliliters a night.
Is it just like one of those like squeeze things, like for
Yeah.
medicine?
You put eye drops in
with.
with-
Drug station set up with like her fucking plunger and shit. Yeah.
She just slams that shit right before bed.
No, like we'll watch like a movie and shit. She gets mad because I'll always put like a little spoon on it and just like leave the spoon.
Rubber
on her
band,
table.
leave a rubber band over
Yeah,
there.
rubber band and spoon. Clean your shit up.
You junkie fuck.
Fucking junkie. Jesus, not my home.
But I mean, if you don't want to smoke, which is, you know,
Yeah.
somewhat
It's a
responsible.
thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. If you don't want to smoke, then like, yeah, it's a good way to do it, I guess. I didn't know I didn't know you could buy that. Now that's legal all of a sudden. I thought
Oh,
we were
yeah.
just, you know.
It's oils. It's oil. I guess that's what it's called, right?
Yeah,
Oils?
that's like the
Yeah.
thing we got at this house here. It's like, it's not really like vaping, but it is. It's just like this little metal tube that's like full of oil, and you just like haul on it, and then you like exhale, and it's like, I
Okay,
don't know.
that's dumb as shit. Just smoke
Yeah,
a
that's
joint.
vaping.
Yeah,
yeah,
fuck,
but
that's
it's like
not
it
like-
gets,
that is
it fucking
vaping,
sends
dude.
you
That's
to the next
full-blown
level. Like, it's
vaping.
great.
Yeah, my parents do that. That's how my parents smoke now. They
It's
just got their
great.
little vapes, their little metal tubes, and they just fucking
Yeah.
haul on that a couple times, and they're Giggletown, USA.
Yeah, it's great. And you just do it inside. It's no like, I guess like you don't need no fucking weed kit like you got. Like there's always like grounding up shit or anything. It's just like it's just on the coffee table. Just
Call
take a
the
hoot.
medic. Get
Yeah.
the weed.
No spoon.
I mean, shit, dude. Like, I guess I'm just old fashioned. You know, I like a doobie right here. I'll smoke
I like a
40
doobie,
day. It don't matter.
but
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
doob is like it's something that like it's like an event kind of thing to it. Like I'm gonna go out on the balcony and smoke a joint.
I get it.
Or like
Yeah.
with buds, it's like, oh, I'll have a joint. Not in Corona, we don't really share anymore. But this is just
No,
like
fuck
just
that.
sitting at the like on the couch, just playing a little Mario Party and just like take a hoot.
Have a little puff. Well, I mean, for me, it's second nature because I smoke all day.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like smoking a doob is just like another one in the rotation. So, but I get it if you don't smoke anything but weed and you
Yeah.
rarely smoke weed, then it's like, yeah, you're not reaching to roll a joint, you know, a couple
No.
times a day or even at night.
Did you guys? Speaking of getting high, did you guys get high and watch the new Borat movie?
I didn't get high. I got drunk and watched it.
Nice. I was a little high and drunk. I feel like I don't know. Call me like I know like I'm an absolute like fool when it comes to these things, and like we just have like a Prime account, so we're paying for it anyways.
Yeah.
But it's like you releasing a movie, like some company releasing a movie like a Borat, and just putting it on these streaming services. Like
How
I
are they
don't know
making any money?
I don't know how you're making your money, but it's
Yeah,
also
there's
like,
a whole
but-
weird thing about it.
that is so what the world needs right now.
Oh my god,
Like,
yeah. Movie
yeah.
theaters are done.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we talked
Yeah.
about this
Oh,
the
they're
other
never
day with
coming
the movie
back.
theaters, but it is just like, you know, sitting there last night watching this brand new fucking movie in the comfort of my own home
Yeah.
was
it's
just like,
kick-ass.
this is fucking,
Yeah.
sign me up for this.
And
Like,
it's not like the company
dig it.
misses out on any of the other hypey shit. Like everyone knew this was coming for like maybe a month, if not at least like this week. Like everyone's like Friday night Borat, Friday night. And
there's
everybody
tons of
watched
promo.
it within the first day or two. Like everybody I know seen it.
Oh, I bet
Yeah.
you it got hundreds of millions of views.
Exactly.
You know?
Way
Where
more
it's
than
like,
would
if it
have
was
gone
in the
to see
theater,
it at
it
the
wouldn't have
theater.
done-
No, yeah.
no.
Yeah,
No one
nobody
would go
would.
see
Yeah.
that in the theater.
Would have been a small percentage.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
think
wouldn't
of
have went
all
to the
these-
theater.
Like, think of all those movies. Like, I think it like James Bond last year was one of the first ones that got like bumped because of COVID. Like,
Right.
it was supposed to come out in like November in China, and they kept bumping it because they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That it's like, this movie's never seen the light of day, and it's been a year. Like,
Yeah.
can't you just put these things out on a Netflix and like?
I actually
get
heard
some
something
sort
about the
of
James
revenue?
Bond thing the other day where they're like, they won't release it on these streaming sites because they want the public whole reveal thing because James Bond is so prestige or whatever. Like, that's
not,
what
though.
they're.
Like-
It's fucking bullshit. Like,
Who
I mean,
is the-
get off your fucking high horse. It's 2020, bud.
Like I maybe saw
You know?
one of the new Daniel Craig James Bonds in a theater. Otherwise, like I just came across it. It's like no one's
You know,
going.
it's been
no one
50 years,
cares.
dude. It's been
Yeah.
50 years. Maybe you try your martini stirred once.
Try
You
it
know what I
once,
mean?
you
Just
fucking
try it
bitch.
once.
Yeah.
Doesn't always have to be shaken. You cuck bitch. You know?
Have a beer.
Fucking James Bond.
Yeah.
That's like the same shit we were talking last week about the idols. Like the people who idolize this shit. Like there's a fucking James Bond cult, Star Wars cult, all these fucking losers, you know?
I mean, I'm with you. Like, there's a Star Wars cult, but like, is there a James Bond one? Being honest, like,
yeah, dude.
no.
And they're like
No, there isn't.
55-year-old fucking accountants.
So,
yeah,
like,
there
that's
is.
the thing,
It's such
like,
a
I think
small amount of people. Like, just put it on goddamn
No,
Netflix,
it's
and everyone
big,
will
dude.
actually watch
It's
it.
big.
James
Well, everyone will.
Bond
I'd
was
watch
that,
it,
like,
sure.
I think James Bond
On
was,
Netflix,
like, the
you're not going to
first
the
one, though.
theater to watch that shit.
No,
Give-
fuck no. What are you
Give
saying
James
though? He's the
Bond-
first.
Like,
He's the
give
first
James
one
Bond the credit that he deserves.
Yeah,
but I
he
think
gets credit
Like, think of that.
from the
like,
original.
Yeah.
from the Sean Connery shit, like in the the 60s, early 70s until
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
like they've just pumped out a James Bond movie every 3-4 years, right? Like, and people see it. And I think it is in that like I think Star Wars wishes it was that James Bond. Like,
Oh,
people
Star
gave a
Wars
fuck.
has been dog shit. It's
that's what I
always
think.
been dog shit.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, like, I don't.
No, I
care.
get what you're saying.
I
but,
don't
but
care
it's
for the James Bond at all. Like, I don't think I've actually like any of them. And I've seen
Casino
them
Royale
all.
was cool.
I just think the idolizing and all this
Yeah.
hype, like it has to be an event because it's
Yeah.
James fucking Bond,
Yeah.
007 baby. Like,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself, man. Put it on Netflix and shut the fuck up. You
I
know?
think
get
I'm
your
coming
100
from,
mil
like-
and walk on.
Yeah.
If you're the producer, you're the director. Like, don't you want a lot of people to see it though? Like, isn't that the whole point?
No,
Yeah.
it's
So
about
to-
money, RJ.
to
That's the
stick-
point. They
Yeah.
they
But
know they can make this
Netflix,
much money.
I don't think they'll make more money though. Like, I'm being realistic.
know.
It's
They
not,
must know
It's not a
something.
Marvel
Not now.
movie. It's not Marvel like Endgame or whatever the fuck that the whole world cannot wait and everyone
but
went
get
to
this.
see that. It's the James Bond movie. Like, they might make $100 million opening week, maybe. Like, who gives
But
a
I'm
fuck?
sure there's all these events
It's not
around it,
Jurassic
right?
Park 5 that everyone has to go
Dude.
see. You know, it's like, it's James Bond.
I
Like,
think to some
it might as
people
well
it
be
is
Saw
Jurassic
7.
Park 5.
Like, who cares? Like, it comes out, someone will go. Most
Dude,
people
I
won't.
agree with you, but I think the reason they're doing this whole bullshit is because there is a demographic that's like, you know, it's only in theaters. I will only watch this in
Yeah,
theaters for the
only,
first
yeah.
time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they make a ton of money off all those events that they host, right? They got all these sponsorships and all this, and fucking Toyota's giving away a car.
It definitely
James
does not drive a
Bond.
Toyota.
I don't know, whatever. Aston
James
Martin is
Bond
what
and
it
his
was.
fucking Sunfire.
Yeah, they're giving away a fucking Chevy Cavalier at the James Bond premiere, you know? Like there's all this money to be made through the event. And I
Yeah.
think it's like there's all these rich people, they don't want to, you know, they don't want to relinquish that.
I feel like
So, like, you might
God-
make your $100 million at Netflix, and that sounds great, and it probably would cover everyone's bills, but, like, that's not the market there.
I feel like
But you know
Jeff
what?
Bezos and Amazon, whatever it's called, Amazon Prime, like, cut a check. Give them $600
$40
million
billion. Yeah, he's
for
got $40 billion,
give him
$100 billion.
$600 million for like James Bond, and
Yeah, he could afford it.
everyone would watch that if that was like November 15th. James Bond is on. It's like, okay, no one else is
Yeah,
doing
'cause-
anything.
Again, like, I know I'm not the smartest when it comes
No.
to numbers, and I know you've probably already spent like $200 million on this movie to make it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And I know your
Fuck
mindset is like, I'm gonna spend $200 million, and we might get like 500 to 600 million for a James Bond flick, right? And then
insane.
COVID happened, and now it just seems like they're sitting on this gold mine of a movie.
So
being
junk
like-
ladder to the moon.
Like,
I was just about to say, I was like,
when it
we're
co-
sitting on a fucking
when it
gold
comes
mine.
out, like when we get the chance to, when theaters are open again, like we're gonna put this movie out and we're gonna make our 600 million.
Right.
But
Yeah, that's where they're
but
at.
it's like they haven't gotten the clue, like the hint that it's like this shit's not happening for a long
No.
time.
It's
So
I don't know.
What are
I
you
don't
waiting
know that
for?
this applies.
So, yeah,
no, you're
like,
right.
so
You're right. What are you
why
waiting for? Put it
Are you
out.
sitting on this movie
It's
right
bullshit.
now, making nothing, in hopes that in 3 years, when everything's open again, you're gonna fucking be able to sell it and
Yeah.
make that money back? When it's like, why not just sell it for what it is right now? It's like
Dude.
that. It's like a
And it's
stock.
putting a
Like
lot
the-
of faith. It's exactly stock. Like the stock's gonna go down because what if theaters don't fucking start to come back? What if theaters go
Yeah.
down? So it's like this nut that you've been planning on making this nut for years with this stupid fucking James Bond movie, and then there's actually no place to show it. It's like
Okay.
your stock is gonna completely.
So
Crash.
we're not totally just like talking out of our ass. I did a quick
Audio
Google
just-
on Forbes. What are the James Bond revenue movies?
Yeah.
Skyfall 300 million, Spectre 200 million, Quantum of Solace 168 million. Nothing.
To make, or is that how much they made?
That's how much they made. That's the revenue.
Wow, that's nothing.
Nothing.
That's
No one
peanuts.
gives a fuck about James Bond.
No, you're right.
Lion King coming back made more money than that shit.
It's true.
Yeah, for sure.
If their biggest one is
But they
300
had a whole
million,
thing
like
about
that's a
that too,
fail. And
you know?
like
Yeah.
our favorite movie,
They had
Venom,
Broadway
made
shows
700
and
million.
fucking.
Yeah, why are you making those movies? That's your. That's all you're making. $300
300?
million.
That's it. But I mean, that's not profit. That's revenue. Like you're saying, like it probably cost 200 to make.
It's got to be less. It would have to be like a 100,000 to make, or sorry, 100 million.
Yeah,
right?
maybe it's
Like,
100 million.
it's cheap as
Like,
fuck.
this isn't junk ladder to the moon, buddy. Okay. Like,
No,
if we can get a $100,000 budget, this is gonna be a fucking Oscar winner.
If
for
you
sure.
could get $100,000 for Junk Ladder to the moon,
Oh
it
my
could be
God.
fucking made. Like
It could be made, and I would do this every 6 months.
Yeah,
You know,
just
I
make
got
a new
ideas
movie.
coming out the wazoo.
Oh, man.
For $100,000 a movie, yeah, dude. You know, fuck yeah.
Like, oh man, 100 grand, you could get it all done. How could you
All
not
done,
film
dude.
that movie? Like
Oh my god.
all of our ideas. Would
They can. I feel like the original Halloween has some crazy like budget to profit ratio. I'll check that on Forbes also. And that movie
bet it.
sucks.
It's probably like it's like I know like Evil Dead, right? Like
Yeah,
was-
that's one of those. Like it costs like
peanut
$80 to
production.
make.
Yeah. And then they made, and then it gets like that cult classic, and it's
Yeah.
like, fuck,
I mean,
okay.
Mitch Cuck Bitch has got legs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Junk Ladder to the Moon, I mean, it's
It's got
the
rump,
obvious next best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got so much rump, so much ham.
Yeah, like I don't know. I picture Junk Ladder to the Moon as like you could go so many different ways. Like it could be a somber like man
Yeah,
comes
like-
home from his wife's funeral and just like comes home to his junkyard and needs a new project.
Dude, yeah, exactly. It just goes crazy. Smoking meth, building fucking, welding shit together.
Yeah, it's kind of got like an Iron Man 1 vibe to it.
Yep.
Just a lot of like chink.
Quick cuts.
Quick
a lot of quick
cuts.
cuts of sparks flying.
Sparks
and fucking...
and hammering.
Oh
I love
my
the
God,
idea
it's gonna
of,
be
like-
so sexy.
Just the like, because you need a conflict in a movie. So it's like the three of us hatch this idea for whatever reason to build this junk ladder, and then when we're like 2 or 3 stories up, Mike just cuts some side deal to start cutting pieces out of the bottom of the ladder for scrap, sell them up.
Yo, very realistic. Very
That's a
realistic.
good movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, why
Yeah,
is
that's a
this
good
ladder
movie.
not getting any taller? Why is it so fragile? Well, you're like,
Yeah, all of a sudden,
in the group,
going out there in the middle of the
"Man,
night."
like we need to build this, we need to, and then like secretly just like taking out
I got-
every
I
bolt,
got my
every
own side
third
hustle.
bolt you're unclipping.
Yeah. There's no copper in that structure at all. I've stripped all the copper out of
No
that
copper.
bitch.
It's nickel.
Yeah.
Only nickel.
Oh, I want the nickel too, actually.
Nickel-
Anything that sounds fancy, I'm stripping it.
But like not only that, like Junk Ladder to the Moon's got like a trilogy to it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
like, I
I'm
think
even going as far as to say it could be 5 movies, whatever that
it
is.
could be the
A
James Bond.
a saga. It could be a saga.
if you're
over
gonna build a
years.
junk ladder to the moon, why would you not do a little stairway to hell?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Well,
Junk
and you're
Ladder
not.
to the center of the earth.
Well,
That's what I'm thinking, right? Or like
that's
recycled
gonna be
Junk
that's
Ladder
gonna
back
have
the
to be
earth.
the last one of a long line of junk ladders. If we're getting serious about this, like we can't fucking go out. We can't start with junk ladder to the center of the earth. That's the end of this trilogy or
That's what I'm
saga.
saying. Hear me out. This is my idea for a trilogy: Junk Ladder to the moon, and on the way to the moon, he gets stuck on the moon. So now he has to make a recycled junk ladder back to the earth. That's the sequel.
Like, is this like an Apollo 13 situation?
Kinda, I guess, yeah. It's just like I think it's gonna be more of like a Halloween movie where it's just like it's gonna end. The first movie's gonna end with him being on the moon and then being like, "Fuck, I have no way to get back."
Yeah.
And then he has
See,
to
you're well. I got a weird undertone coming on
But
strong
wait,
here. So
then
you're
his-
seeing this grandiose thing where he actually gets to the moon. I'm seeing a guy smoking meth, thinking that he's getting to the moon, and maybe he dies. And as he gets stuck on the moon, he dies for a minute. He's revived, and in that revival in real life, he's building the junk ladder back to Earth. And it's like this weird trip that he's on, like because he's
It
just
could-
smoking
it
and
could
eating
just
mushrooms
be-
in the yard and shit.
I mean, I
Like,
think-
yeah.
We're gonna spoil it right now for like anyone that listens between now and we make this movie. But that's the twist. That's M. Night Shyamalan ending. Like
That's
the
some
whole
M. Night
movie
Shyamalan
shot
right there.
with these
He's
on
guys going
meth,
to the
yeah.
moon. And they got spacesuits and they're doing all this shit, and then it just cuts to a bunch of fucking
Three
meth heads
guys
on the roof of
smoking
their
meth.
house, like
Yeah.
with like tinfoil wrapped around their heads.
I don't think we should fucking M. Night Shyamalan and twist at the end. I think there needs to be a woven,
Mm,
just a
Like
woven.
Christopher Nolan.
I think you got to twist at the start.
twist at the start.
You twist right at the start. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Just guys foaming on the ground.
Yeah.
Just- yeah. Yeah, I mean, I see it. I see it all coming to life here. And it's just a giant meth trip. It's just they follow these guys over 10 years of their meth trip and fucking,
Okay.
they're just
okay.
crazy people building junk ladders into the moon in the desert.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm picturing, you know. But then there's also this grandiose side where that $100,000 really comes in strong, you know. And we actually film like, you know, like it's a real operation and the whole country's involved, and you know, go Canada, you know.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real out of left field scene, but like I would love a full frontal nudity part,
There's
but
gotta
have
be full
like
pen.
a
On the
prosthetic.
ladder?
Yeah, for whatever reason, but then like a prosthetic dick that's really tiny.
Yeah, you don't see that enough.
You don't see
You
a
don't
little
see that
tiny
enough.
one.
Yeah,
It's so
you
funny.
don't. You don't.
Like a little
But
baby
there's
carrot.
if we're gonna get a prosthetic or pay an actor with a little tiny dick, we're gonna have to use it. I'm talking like 10 cuts of that dick.
I
We need
I
it peppered
volunteer.
in
Let's
all
make-
throughout the movie.
I want to
Yeah, no,
make
you
the
gotta get a
movie,
good
and I
turn on the
I
dollar.
volunteer to wear the like chants or whatever, and just have a little fucking bird.
You just don't see it enough.
You don't
know?
see it enough. It's funny.
Huge balls, small dick.
No, both small. Like
Both
grapes,
small. Okay.
grapes and a baby carrot.
Oh my
Whole
lord.
forest of pubic hair kind
Oh
of thing.
yeah, full. Pube.
You know, with $100,000, we could definitely do some damage on this movie.
If we had $100,000, we'd outsource this. I wouldn't just wear like fucking skin-colored bicycle shorts. Like let's get some like latex little dick made.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get a little latex fucking mold going on.
Yeah. Use my
Yeah,
pinky
get
as
right.
a mold.
Get right into it. No, smaller, dude. Smaller than the pinky.
But so, okay,
You gotta go comically small.
I'm totally
Not regular
baby
size.
baby toe
No.
small.
Baby toe.
Yeah.
Like I get the we're going micro dick, but like, why do we need to have him show his dick in the movie when he's building the junk?
Maybe he just gets too hot and takes his pants off, and then
Maybe someone's like trying to steal his junk, and he has to run out with a
Yeah.
gun, dick out. Like he was sleeping in the nude.
yeah. I mean,
It's a
I'm
good
into
way to- if
like
you
just
corner
wearing a
somebody.
t-shirt with no pants,
Yeah,
casually
but
answering the
use
door.
that.
Yeah.
If you had a micro penis, you'd definitely use it as a weapon. For sure, man. You get cornered, just whip your pants out, you're good.
Yeah.
Whip your pants down, you're good, man. Walk right out of there. No one's gonna touch you.
Throw the fucking intruder off. Just like what the fuck?
What
my
the
God.
fuck?
Oh my lord. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason for the micro penis, but it's a nice touch. It's a real nice touch.
It's really
classy,
funny.
dude. It's classy. It's funny because it's not expected. It's just classy, you know. It's a classy move. Like, yeah, we could do the old fucking hack shit and just get a monster dong.
Yeah,
or something
that's been
something
done.
comical in the other way. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
done, dude. Where's the micro
Where's
penis?
the micro? No blur either.
Yeah.
Like none of the. Like I just
Dude.
like we were talking about the Borat
100
2.
grand,
Like
dude. We can't
me and the
afford
lady
it.
friend also watched Borat 1 the other night, like back to back.
Yeah.
It. And there's
It
that
holds
like
up. It
fight
holds
scene
up.
where he has the monster dong. It's like a fucking knee slapper, and it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's funny. Oh yeah.
But it's also
It's done.
real funny that fat guy's got a little tiny one.
Yeah, dude. It's way funnier.
It's way
It's way
funnier.
funnier. Yeah, and in Borat 2, when he fucking they skinned him and made a Hitler chair out of the fat guy, and his little dong is right on the cushion where you sit.
That's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny.
That's
He could have been
perfect. You know
smaller.
what?
It would have been funnier.
For what it is, Borat has always been funny. It was extra, like all the bits he did with people that might have not known what he was doing, like the abortion clinic or whatever. The fucking, like it was all good. It was
It's
all
good.
real good.
I wasn't a fan of, and this is for both movies, like the scripted stuff in between the stunts, like I don't find funny, and it's not
Oh,
like adding to it for me. It's like just
No.
show all the stunts in a row like Jackass. Like Jackass is hilarious. They don't
Well-
have some fucking scripted bullshit between stunts.
Did you see that like Bad Grandpa or whatever?
It's a
Johnny
very
Knoxville
funny
did?
movie. Yeah.
Dude, but like the stunt, that's funny in a different way, but the stunts are hilarious. And
Yeah.
then the rest of it's kind of just like, I don't care, take it or
I
leave it. It
don't
just
care.
happens to be a little
Just
funnier
show
in the
like a
script.
montage of stunts with this old grandpa. Like
Yeah.
that's way funnier.
It's funny.
Yeah. I don't need some cockamamie narrative between them.
No. The original Borat was hilarious, even if you just looked at the scripted shit. This was
Yeah.
forced a lot. You know, there's a lot of forcing going on. But it's still like,
It was funny.
I mean, whatever. It tied in the skits pretty well, and it was a funny-ish story. The skits are hilarious. Dude.
Yeah. When that like girl has her period and dances around, that shit's
Oh my
funny.
god! In that fucking like that socialite society,
That's funny on every
the
level.
Masons, dude. That is
no.
so funny.
My favorite part was when they walk in and he like asks the old man just like, how much would you pay for my daughter? The guy's like,
Count Dracula.
$500.
$900. And then his daughter standing beside him, just like, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, totally. In real life, the daughter's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? You can't say that shit." Yeah.
And he had such a look on his face, like, yeah.
Yeah, like his expression didn't change. He was like, "Yeah, it is."
I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen is a comedic genius. Like, and just the balls on the guy, like, because it's like, you think it's all a bit and everything, but there's a lot of things they do that are still embarrassing, even as if you're a free flowing person like that. Like for that woman to like roll around and spread her legs with I'm talking like torrential downpour, you know? Like, dude, like that is like, no matter how you spin it, there's gonna be an embarrassing and you like to stay in character and to fucking.
I don't know how she didn't laugh. Like I don't know how he doesn't laugh.
I don't know
But some
how
of the
they do
shit that like he's doing, and she just stands there straight faced beside him.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they do it.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, if they crack too much or like it's not usable, right? Like, or
Yeah.
it's gonna, yeah. So they can only crack a little bit and just edit it out. But it's like to keep the ruse going. Like, I mean, it's all kind of like, who knows how scripted it is, even in the real bit things, like those two old guys they live with at the end. It's like, who knows how much they were on to this, because there was like a theme to the story that they were involved in, and it just kind of seemed like, how would they go along with this if they weren't kind of in the know? Like, how they get the cameras
redneck
up in
guys,
the
you
house
mean.
and shit.
I don't know. They
And
seem
it's
like genuinely stoked that he was up there singing that fucking song, though. I don't think they're
Yeah.
actors.
You know
I
what's
think
funny
there's an
about that,
element
though?
to
Like,
it, but who cares?
I think we might have talked about this at one point, but like I remember reading on, I think it was like on like Fox News about when that happened,
Yeah.
and they
there's a video of
they
it. Yeah.
kind of like blew it off as a like, you know, Sacha Baron Cohen
Just a
did
stunt
this
that
thing,
he was
and, like
doing,
he got
yeah.
like pushed off the stage, like, and kind of
Yeah.
he got like booed out of there, like people weren't having it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like
You
know,
watch
like,
the movie, it's way
and then you
different.
watch the
than that.
movie, and it was just like, oh, well, it looks like they're singing along, and like
They all
really
knew the
enjoyed
words.
it.
They all
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
good.
was so
I-
weird, right? Like,
I do remember, because I was thinking of that in the scene when he dresses as like Trump and runs through the like Pence rally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, how did
Yeah.
this happen and no one like reported? I guess no one knew who it was. Like they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thought it was like some idiot. But I do remember, yeah, that like, but like Fox News like promoted it as like he's trying to be funny and he sucks and everyone booed and hated him.
yeah,
Like it was a failed publicity stunt, like not realizing like, oh no, for like the full
He's
hour
shooting a
before
movie.
that, everyone was singing along with every word.
yeah.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah, it's absolutely genius. Like, his comedic presence is fucking genius.
yeah.
And balls, like I said, there's like a level of like, you know, there's a danger element to some of the things he does, and it's like, you know, it's just rad. Just rad. Was that your boyfriend in the background there, RJ? He's like a 12-year-old kid, dude.
I'm just hanging out with fucking totally
For our YouTube listeners, looks like RJ's got some captives this week.
Oh, well, it is what it is.
blankets over
Yeah.
the mirrors.
Yeah, totally. The fucking windows are taped up. But, yeah, man. There also, like, another cool thing that happened this week that you turned us on to, Rue, was the Bouncing Souls did a refab of some of their classic songs, and, you know, I wanted to like it. I did.
Yeah.
I really wanted to fucking like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of on the fence going into it. I was like, okay, it could be cool.
Yeah.
We talked about it like for like good 2 weeks before it came out. So basically, the Bouncing Souls, it's not a best of album. They just kind of like redid. I guess it's like 9 songs. Is it 10 songs?
9 or 10.
9 or 10
like that,
songs and one new song as a new album. And my like punk rock in me is kind of like, that's pretty lame. because
I mean, I do like the idea. The concept is really rad.
I
do like
look at the money side of it though, where it's like I like the Bouncing
Well,
Souls, but I have
yeah.
to be honest, and it's like I can't say that I like everything they do. Like they have a window
not.
of like 90s
like-
up until like
yeah.
2003. And if they had a new album coming out like they do every couple of years, like I don't even
I
notice.
don't really care.
Like when
No, I
Comet
don't
came
care.
out, it's like whatever. Like I'm just
Yeah.
not into the new
I don't
stuff.
care.
So this is a way of
Yeah.
like a band like that, like a nostalgia band, to
Yeah,
put
they're
out a
kind of,
new
like,
album
getting the-
that get
yeah.
people to get back in. Like I just see
Get
that
people
as more of a
stoked.
gimmick than it is like we really want to redo, throw TV
Yeah.
off the roof or toilet off the
Well,
roof.
get this. I
Yeah.
would agree with you 100% if I didn't actually like this concept, because I do like the concept, but the whole, like we talked about on our thing too, like the whole merch element where it's like they are clearly just trying to make money
Yeah.
out of like this nostalgia
So many
factor, because
goddamn
like they got
packages.
7 or 10 different press packages and
Pre-orders.
presses of records,
Yeah.
and if the record's not even released, it's like, how about this? Just sell the record. We got 5,000 press for the first press, and then just let people get the colored ones as is, because right now you're like luring them in with this like fake exclusivity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
you're
there's people
making
that
it
will buy
exclusive.
them all. I used to be that
Ah,
person.
it's so dumb.
Like
Well, to a degree, I would never got on it this
I
hard.
never
but it
gone
was
that
like,
far because none of the bands I liked were such cuck level to
We're
put out
doing
that
this.
many. But
yeah,
like
No Effects was the closest band to it for
but
sure.
there's like when I like moved to Portugal, I gifted all my records to brother Skyler. And if you go
Yeah.
through it, there is like multiples. Like there's 2 Tiger Army Music from Regions Beyond albums, and like one's
Yeah.
red and one's fucking orange. It's like I had to get
Yeah,
both
yeah.
because I was the completist. I had everything.
Yeah, same.
And they're just exploiting those kinds of fans.
Exactly, and it just, but they're
Where-
like it's gone to a level now where it's like if you
It's insane. Like
it's
I was at the
insane.
point where like, okay, I'll buy 2 versions of the same album to have different colors to complete the collection. And 2 is like,
Yeah.
ugh, I'll do it. But when you're at like 7 different colors now, like fuck
Ugh.
off.
Yeah.
well, dude,
And
it's
they're all
like,
multiples
it's,
of 300. It's like just say there's 1,000 fucking copies or whatever.
Exactly,
2,000. There's
exactly.
2,000 press. Just say that.
dude.
There's not.
And like this whole multiple breakdown thing, it's like you're falsifying this exclusivity, but then also taking it away from how exclusive it is, because each one's got 100, 200, 300, where it's like, I mean, it takes like the allure out of it even more so, even though they're trying to amp it up where it's like all these fancy colors and patterns, it's
Yeah.
like then none of it's important now all
No.
of a sudden.
yeah.
It's like when you go to a fucking restaurant and they got 5 different nationalities of cuisine on their menu, it's like, oh, all of it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
not doing
none of
anything
this is
good.
going to be good because
Yeah.
you're making Italian, Greek, fucking Indian, all these different, foods. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the same shit. It's like, that's the lamest element to this whole thing. Like, the record itself didn't get me hard or anything. There's one good song on there, but I mean, it's just like, it's weird, the industry. Like, I even went and checked out. So that came out on some other record label, whatever it is. It's not on Chunksaw or whatever.
No.
It's on some other label. So I went and had a look at that record label, and every artist is the same way. Every artist has like 10 different package deals and 40 different presses, all of all these colors, and it's like, oh, that's all that is just a gimmick.
It's
This
a
is all
gimmick,
just a
yeah.
gimmick. And it fucking sucks, man. It just sucks, because I like cherish those songs.
Yeah. And it
You
makes
know?
you
And a
wonder,
band to a
like,
degree.
the chicken before the egg thing. Was this the Souls being like, hey, because that's the way I went into it. I'm like, well, the Souls have been playing these songs for 30 years.
Yeah.
They're going to put out an album of, like, this is the way we play this song now. Like, here's a real good studio recording.
Dude.
It's not the way we recorded it.
Or
Like,
an acoustic version,
yeah,
sure.
something.
Whatever you want to
It's
do.
imagine,
Yeah.
like, okay, we wrote X whatever song. We wrote Hopeless Romantic in 1995. And the
Yeah.
week we wrote it, we recorded it and put it out. But since we've been
Exactly.
playing it for
Yeah.
25
It's
years
this
now,
now.
we play it
Totally.
way different. We play it better, and we want to record that version. Like, that's what I was excited about. But then,
Yeah,
like,
same.
seeing all this, like,
Yeah.
record bullshit and all the pre-sales, it's more likely this record label reached out to them and was like, oh, we want to do an album with
Probably.
you. And they're kind of like, we'll just phone it in and do a best of
Yeah.
versus write new songs. That probably won't sell because no one really cares about our new stuff.
Well, yeah, no one actually really cares. Exactly, yeah.
We're just gonna
Yeah, no,
do
that's
it.
a fair point, man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And if it was just about the music, if we were just sitting here bitching about the music, I would say, we're cucks. We're just fucking
If
like
the
elitist
music was
cucks.
good, it would be totally like mute point. But it's like the songs aren't that cool.
Exactly.
The originals are better.
They're way better. Yeah. The only song that I hadn't heard off that record is the best one on that record, that Highway one. Highway.
Yeah, that's a cool song. They did like a country.
That's the only
version.
good one.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, like listening through it, like I didn't think it was overly bad.
It's not
It-
bad.
As a standalone, but it sounds
okay.
like pop music. It's just pop music.
No, you're definitely right. I thought,
And the
like I
only
said, I
reason
think
you're
it-
listening to it is because you know the songs.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I personally felt like this album would have been way better if it was just like an acoustic album. Like,
Right.
just take your songs and make them acoustic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I didn't mind the hopeless romantic. Like,
It's not
It-
bad.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Like,
it's just
no,
like it's not
bad.
good
It's
though.
just
it was
It's
that
not
like
good, yeah.
remember like when we all got our first like casino fucking like piano and it
Yeah.
had like those
Yeah.
pre-beats, like it
Yeah.
just sounded like that, and
Yeah.
it was
drum
just
machine, right?
very
Yeah.
like 1980s. I really enjoyed it, but
Like there's
and-
elements to it, like they had, like I said in our chat too, like there's a melodica or melodeon or one of those squeaky fucking toy instruments in there, and it's like I like that touch. It's a nice touch, but then when you step back and look at it, if like I didn't know this song and these lyrics and have like a feeling towards it already, none of this would be on my radar, and I would never listen to it again.
yeah.
It's only because like I'm going into it like feeling something about it already. I don't hate it, but it's like RJ said, it's not bad. It's just not good.
It's not bad. No.
You know?
The songs are great. They're great songs. But it's also like I'm not gonna listen to that ever
written, yeah.
really again. I'll just listen to the originals.
And it's like maybe I won't listen to it again, but like 2 or 3 of the songs again, like I felt like the songs that I was like most ready, like let's hear these, like Kids and Heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were the biggest letdown.
Like Gone and like Simple Man, they
Yeah.
were just basically acoustic songs that it's like you could have just done this acoustically and it would have sounded way better.
Right.
I thought.
For sure. My last gripe about this whole thing, but it was like something I thought about, like my last big gripe, is like it seemed like every song, at least the first 3 or 4 on the record, like when you're listening to it in succession, it's like it starts off with him barely singing, like he's just doing like a voice I've never heard, like it's just his regular singing voice, and then it kind of ramps up towards the end of the song but never fully gets there, and it's like either just come in full blast, or like I don't like, because it was like every song was like this. Like if one song was like that and then
Right.
it wasn't like that, and then another song, I would get it, but it's like the first 4 songs on the record are him just like barely singing the songs and then kind of sounding like his former self, like how he regularly sings. And like some of these songs are like they're fucking like when they're played like the original versions, like they're hard hitting right away. It's like don't come in just like it's like it just took something out of it for me.
Yeah.
Like either do the whole song like that, or don't do every song the same. It was just like every song had the same format, where it's like they started slow and kind of stripped down, and then it ramped up, and it's like, well, it sounds really good now that you're ramping up.
Yeah. That's always been my critique on the like gimme gimmes. It's like I love them, like one song like completely pulled away from all the others. But when you listen to a whole album,
as a
it's like
whole,
every song is a fucking formula of the first verse sung slow and very much like the original, and then the chorus is punk, and then from then on the rest of the song is punk and fast. And it's like it's cool
There's only
once,
one,
but the whole album, every song is like that, and it's like listen to it in a row, you're just constantly up and down. It's like,
dude, they only have one record that you can listen to straight through anytime, any day, and it's Have a Ball. That's it. Have a Ball is the only one that holds up. All the other ones are exactly like that, where it's like you're 3 songs in, you're like, I'm so bored of this record already.
but you can pull
Even
any
if you
one of
like
those
it.
songs out randomly and add
and
it to
they're
its
good,
playlist,
yeah.
and it's fucking great. But
good.
I can't listen to a whole album of it.
No, Have a Ball is the only one, man. It's like I've tested this formula. It's the only one.
I fucking like the country one.
The country,
The country
one,
one's good, but they do that a lot
It's
on that
good,
album
yeah.
too.
Oh, and it's totally that. It's like you're describing it, but it is just like those songs are all fucking
All the
sick.
songs are
They're all
good.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
again, all the songs are good, but you can't listen to them all in a row. You need to have that just sprinkled into another playlist, and it's like, oh, sick, Country Roads. but you
Yeah,
can't
totally.
do Country Roads, Jolene back to back. You can't do Ghost Riders. Like, they're all the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. That and this, like, even though there were some twists and turns on this Bouncing Souls record, like the first 4 songs at least, up until Hopeless Romantic, whatever that is, like they all had the same like momentum. You know, like they all just like started one way and ended one way, and it was kind of like, well, he just kind of phoned it in. It doesn't feel like you really tried to make this record.
Yeah.
You know, not even like phoned it in. It seems like I kind of got the vibe that it was like they had like 2 or 3 songs that were like, hey, we got a new arrangement for them, and they kind of sound cool and fun.
Yeah.
Let's do this to like other songs and see how it works. Like the Highway Kings is really cool. Like,
It's
that's
so
such
good.
a cool song, and like I say, like I kind of like the Hopeless Romantic. It was totally different, right? But it's
Like the other one so much.
right.
I think
yeah,
there's a
like,
difference though between like.
Please start every show with Hopeless Romantic like you do.
Yeah.
Like I love it,
Yeah.
right?
Right. You're not replacing it. I think that's
But
where
it just and they had this new song as well, right? That they're like, so we got a new song, and it's kind of mellow. That
I
like,
hate
Which one
that
was
they
that?
added a new song.
the fucking Boardwalk one with the ghosts and shit. Like
That's a new song, really?
I think so.
I think that's on the Gold record, or isn't there a record called Ghosts on the Boardwalk?
I don't know.
I think there's like a record called Ghosts on the Boardwalk. Because the Anchors Away one was green and black, right?
Yeah.
It's got and then there's a Gold record. I think there's.
I feel like there is a
I
Ghost
never
on
heard
the
it though.
Boardwalk.
I don't know if I had ever.
I think I thought it was the like unreleased.
There is
song
one
on
new
this
song
album.
on that album.
Is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, there is one new. It's like 9 re-releases and one new one, I think.
Oh, well, maybe that is a new song. Shit.
And like
I
I'm saying,
can't
like it's
recall
a
that.
mellow, and it seemed like the whole thing was just that, like let's take our songs and make them mellow. And I don't hate that, but like again, it was like you should just done this acoustically, like all these songs, and it would have been so much. It would have been cooler. I don't know.
I think it would have been a little cooler. I mean, it still wouldn't have hit anywhere near what I was hoping it would, even if they were just acoustic, stripped down versions of the song. Like you know, like I get it. Like you know, like RJ said, and like you're saying now, it's like RJ said like they wrote these songs 30 years ago and they've been playing them differently, and it's like, so you've come up with a new way to, you know, you compose it in a new way, or like have a twist from playing it all these years. It's like, I want to hear that. That sounds cool, but like the way they did it, and then just with the whole fucking merch element side to it, like I'm just totally not into it. Like I want to be into it and I want to like it, but there's so many reasons not to, and like I'll just, you know, what it is what it is. If I hear one of those songs come on a shuffle, I'm not going to turn it off. Like, you know, I still appreciate the band and they write good songs, but yeah, whatever.
And like I think of it too, like as a live show. Like if this record means that now Highway Kings is gonna be played.
Oh, I hope so.
Way,
it's
like
clearly the
cool,
standout song,
right?
It's
like
clearly
that, I'd love to see that. That'd be fucking sick.
Be so rad,
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like. I'll listen to it again, but didn't knock my socks off.
No, I really wanted it to. I mean, and this Tim Barry thing that's coming up in November you were talking about, like that's, I know what to expect with that. Even if there is some like twists and stuff, like even if it is totally not what I was expecting, I'm still so fucking pumped for that shit. That it's like there's no way that can go wrong as far as I'm concerned. It's a live show for one.
Yeah.
And we all know what Tim's like live, and those songs are just so fucking great. And when there's all that energy in the room, it's like I cannot fucking wait to get that cassette.
Yeah, I've watched a few like live Tim from his home concerts. Even before COVID, he did them every now and then. So I enjoy watching those live. I don't know how like excited I am to like get like recordings of those though.
Oh, I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped.
Pretty stoked.
I have a bunch of those recordings from when we went and saw him all those times, and they're all garbage. But it's like it's just kind of nice to have it, because there's something about the energy in the room at his shows when it's really going off that it's incomparable. It's not like anything else. It's its own thing.
But is there people in the room, or is you recording them now, or is it like an old show saved?
I think it's an old show from 2018. It was like the last time he played, or 2019, like the last time he played, in Virginia or something before this COVID shit.
Oh, that should be cool then.
Yeah, I thought I read that it was like an unofficial bootleg kind of like. I don't think he recorded it. I think it's like.
No, I don't think he recorded it.
I think someone else recorded it without him knowing, and then.
Yeah, and he's releasing it now.
But he's condoned it.
Yeah.
No, well, I think he's releasing it now himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like he's involved with it now.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds fucking sick. Let's release it.
I can't fucking wait for that. Like that actually has got me 6 to midnight already.
Yeah,
like just because I just think I said it in passing a couple months or weeks ago. It's like before you told me about the release, and it's like I feel like I really need to get into Tim again. Like I've missed the last few records. Like I don't really know the last 3 records he's put out, and the other ones are so solid. Like Time and a Place kind of records, but like they're so solid and so enjoyable still. That it's like I really gotta like pick up on some of the newer shit, because like I know that he's doing it and he's doing it right, and like I'm not gonna love all of it, but he's such an amazing artist, and just the fact that he's just living his best life, man, and I fucking dig it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't idolize him, but he's a role model of a sense. Yeah. You know?
For sure. I feel like with Tim, and I'm like I fucking love me some Tim, but it's like. It's also like a time and a place. Like I gotta
time and a place, man.
I gotta be in the perfect mindset. Like throw on some Tim and like, you know,
a little pissed, a little sad, you know.
Yeah.
A little horny.
A little horny too.
Usually a little sad is like the right spot.
Yeah. Buttholes, a
little pissed, a little sad.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're ready. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to say that you're ready.
I'm fucking ready for that release. Yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, I'm not actually counting on getting a physical copy. I'm going to try, but I think that shit's going to go in a day. So unless You
can get the digital shit, though, can't you?
I mean, I'll get the digital if I have to, and I'm going to get it if I have to. Like, I'm not above that, but I really want to get a physical copy of this.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, and I got like a cassette player and a couple cassettes that I cherish, and it's like it would be nice to add that to the pile. So I don't want a big pile. I just need a good pile, you know, cruising in the van.
That's fair.
There's there's just something about that whole thing. I'm really stoked for it. I can't remember what I was gonna say, but yeah, maybe it's just nostalgia. I think it's just nostalgia's got me so boned up.
Mm.
You know, speaking of nostalgia, I was talking to RJ before we started recording. We were waiting for you to get on, and I was saying that I found a recording of. I mean, we're 46 minutes in. I'll just be quick about it. But I found a recording.
Let's wrap it up with this. This is a good closer.
Yeah, so I fucking found a recording of me and my buddy Shawn and his brother Terry. And this guy Damian that got shot in the stomach, and I think our buddy Chris was there too, maybe, and in our little jam band that we had playing some fucking heavy metal, black metal shit that they like to play. So I think we're gonna pepper it into the episode now.
Yep.
We're just gonna cut it in. Boom, cut.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of, Shawn? Go!
and we're back, and it was so enjoyable. But there's I mean, I'll send it to you guys if you want to listen to it. It's we'll cut it into this out here. But anyways, we're back, and
We're back.
I did some mushrooms. I did some mushrooms on the weekend, and my friend called me, and she was telling me some updates about
Shawn.
Oh, but your gunshot.
This is the same Shawn. Shawn and Damian were in the same band.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't really a band. We just played together and partied, right? But we had a thing going for a little. Like, Damian was around every once in a while. Me and Shawn played all the time. But, and like his brother Terry, best drummer I've ever played with. You just heard it in the track that we just put
Yeah,
out.
it was
Amazing
great.
drummer. Great drummer, great. It was great.
Is that the
But
drummer
I
from
was
Rush?
better, dude. Better. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? That fucking old geezer ain't got shit on Terry.
Neil Perth.
Rest in peace.
Perth, yeah. But so I was talking to my friend Shauna, and I don't think I talked to you guys about this yet either, right? I haven't said
No,
anything
this is
about it.
fresh. This is hot.
Yeah.
So fucking Damian had his surgery, fucking survived, has like a shit bag, like a colostomy bag, and he's
Sick.
like he's home now. They sent him home.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's
Good.
breathing on his own. He's fucking eating, kind of, and he's got this like strict, like regiment to heal this wound that he's got in him. And it was right, dude. We laughed about it on the phone, even though it's not that funny. But like, if it was an inch lower, it would have blown his dick off, dude. Like, it was right at the belt line. He got shot right at the pelvis belt line, right
wow.
through him.
Did she have any, was it premeditated? Did she have anything?
So, okay, so they don't know that yet. But so Damian's out. Shawn is also out,
Nice.
but no one can get a hold of him. I can't get a hold of him. No one can get a
He's
hold of
running
him. I
to
mean,
the left.
eventually,
Yeah.
Running for his life.
I mean,
Everyone
he's
wants
probably
to,
out on bail or something, because they did deter. Like, Damian, I guess, said that it was an accident, right?
Okay,
They're investigating still, but from Damian's point of view, he doesn't want any charges on Shawn. He doesn't want any of that. He's like, it was a fucking accident. And Damian hasn't even talked to Shawn since this whole thing. So they're both out, and Damian's kind of in contact with a friend of a friend, and that friend's telling me, right? And so he's out, kind of alive, trying not to die with this bullet wound. Shawn's out, fucking hiding or trying to get his shit together. Maybe he's lawyering up. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I really do want to
Slaying low.
contact him. But from what I heard, it wasn't on purpose, but there is a sketchy element to it. And the sketchy element is they were both on fucking acid. They were legitimately on LSD.
yeah.
Like, stoned out of their fucking minds. The gun was at the house. It wasn't Damian's gun. It was Shawn's gun. They were fucking around. Accidents happen when you're on acid playing with guns. You know?
Yeah.
It's just the moral of the story, kids. You know?
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like,
Disney
yeah, of
movie
course they
right
were.
there.
Like, honestly,
Yeah.
of course they were. Like, I don't know Damian like that, but I know Shawn like that. And, like, if there was acids and there was time and a place, sure. Yeah, let's do a little bit of acid and just fucking, fuck around. I get it.
Jesus.
But I don't know how he ended up getting shot. I don't know enough about it to, like, I don't got the whole story yet, but it's unraveling here. And it's fucking crazy. Like, it's...
Yeah. And so
I don't
want to
feel
talk to
like-
Shawn. I gotta talk to Shawn, man.
I don't think the law cares. Like, when it comes to, like, oh, it was on acid, it was an accident. I don't know if there's, like, lesser charges for that.
No, it's reckless.
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
completely
you're
reckless.
fucked.
but there,
Well, it's gonna be reckless endangerment or all that crap, right?
but there would be like a level of like if he's not pressing charges, then it wouldn't be the big dirty main ones of like you harming someone. It would be again like those like
The reckless ones.
yeah like
See, like, I don't know if
recklessly
that's
using a
true.
firearm
Like,
and shit
I
like that.
feel like
Yeah,
there's
no,
got to be a level
totally.
of crime that it's, like, irrelevant if someone presses charges. It's just like, no, the fucking province presses charges. You
Well,
can't shoot people.
that's it. Damian
Yeah.
won't
You're
press
right,
any
there are.
charges on the assault, but he'll get like the unlawful this and
Right.
fucking discharge that. He'll get all the ones
Yeah.
your brother just said there. But like that's gonna be up to
Yeah.
the fucking. That's federally. He's gonna
Crown.
get prosecuted or whatever, right?
Yeah, I have no
Crown's
idea.
Like
gonna
when-
get him.
The Crown's getting them.
Crown. especially when you talk about
Yeah.
that, like, you know, if they've talked to the guy and he's just like, it was an accident, like,
Yeah.
we were both on doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a level of, like, okay, this wasn't, like, he, you know.
It wasn't an
was, like,
assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it
It wasn't-
purposefully.
Wasn't attempted murder. Wasn't any of that. No.
That is just, like, the dumbness of, like, you can't be, like, playing with guns. Like,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
that's it. There's gonna be jail time for that.
Yeah.
It's gonna have
If they
to
can
happen.
find him.
I mean,
yeah. And you know what?
Well,
there
no, he's
probably
not
will
hiding,
be-
as far as I can tell, but he's not being social. No one's talked to him. Even people have gone by the house, and he's not at the house, so it's, or the trailer. So it's like, you know, he's hiding to a degree, but I think there's probably some shit going down, like legal shit, and he's just
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. Are you hiding or are you just not fucking indulging? Like,
Yeah.
people
I
that
think you're just
have
not
no fucking
indulging.
business.
Well,
knowing
and
your
dude,
shit. Like
yeah,
oh.
he was on
Especially
acid,
you, like when
and he's,
you know, like I get you're his bud. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But
well, it'd be like if you did it. It's like, dude, you're not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna feel horrible afterwards, right? Like,
and
just a regular dude.
This also sucks, but like if I had done something in that area of things, like I wouldn't be like telling people shit, because then it's just like it's
He's
just gonna
not.
come
This
back-
is all third party, and it's
all gonna
also
come back to, it would come back to
rude.
haunt you, especially like when you don't know what's going on. Like what happens
No,
if
that's it.
charges get pressed, and then
yeah.
it's
There's gonna
just
be
like,
some legal shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mike says that this guy had it coming.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Right? Like-
you guys said that. You guys
Yeah.
alluded to it.
everybody alluded to
We
it.
just alluded.
We also like wished him well. Like I hope he gets out of it.
Yeah.
Like, and it sounds.
I mean,
like
and
he's
like none of
out
this
the
is
grave
firsthand.
wounds.
None of this, yeah, out of the woods and the whole on the. What is it? The grave and the woods. Yeah.
The floors of 1 foot.
It sounds like he's still got 1 foot in the woods, but not in the grave. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds
Yeah.
like. I don't know what's going on, and like, yeah, Shawn's my boy, and like, I totally respect. If he doesn't talk to anyone for the next 6 months, I'd respect the hell out of that, because it's like you got your shit to figure out, man. And also, doing acid's scary enough. As fun as it is, it's scary as shit. Shooting someone when you're on acid is
Oh my God.
is like the epitome of living nightmare. It's
Yeah,
like there's no way to undo what you have seen and felt in that moment. He's
Yeah.
fucked for life, man. I'm telling you. Like, he's my
Yeah.
boy. He'll always be my boy. But there's some mental fucking
Good
scarring
point.
that's gonna happen hard.
Any punishment won't compare to that, like, 2
That's-
hours after it happened.
That's another thing. Like,
Yeah.
You don't need someone fucking grilling you. Like, you did this, you did that. It's like, motherfucker, he knows what he did. Like,
He was
Dude,
on acid
one
when
day,
he did it.
one
Yeah,
day I
his
will
time's
sit
a
down
million.
with him.
but like, he
I
would
was-
remember. I think he remembered that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely remember it, but I mean, it's remember it plus
Oh, yeah.
times 1,000. Like, it's like
Times
he
a million.
experienced
Yeah, because
like,
you fucking
every
seen-
emotion a
Ugh.
billion times.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Poor
Yeah.
guy.
Like, it's one thing to have that happen sober or drunk, but like to be on a psychedelic and have that shit happen, it's like next level. Like, he might be a schizophrenic now forever.
Mm.
Like, who knows? You know, like, it's gonna fuck you up, man.
Yeah. Could be paraplegic.
All right, let's
I'll
wrap.
sit down with him one day though, and I'll get the full scoop. Like, it might not ever be come out on this podcast because we probably won't be doing
Yeah.
the podcast by then. But I vow to get the full fucking story from his perspective, because it's like crazy and interesting and like horrifying, and it's all the good things, right? In a bad way. It's all the bad things in a good way. You know.
I think we should wrap this up on a very light
Yeah,
note.
I'll wrap it up.
It got dark.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
put that? Yeah, it got dark.
Yeah,
Are we
we're
gonna
gonna put
the
the song
in
in.
there? Or are we gonna
Yeah,
put
the-
it at the end?
We're gonna put it in where you said cut, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you already cut me off.
You already
I'm
cut.
going to put your song in.
The song will
Shut
be
the
in.
fuck up.
Good.
Just shut up.
Okay, so our buddy Brian sent in a question, a real light one to like
Oh,
just
yeah.
wrap this up. He wants to know what's
Light
the worst.
Mary.
What's the worst pop? I say it's cream soda.
Ooh. Oh,
that's
what a
that's what
cock.
Brian says. I
What
have to
a
disagree. Like, Jones cream soda is one of the most delicious things in the world.
Oh, cream soda is so good, dude.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I would
don't
say
know.
I think
7
Dr.
Up
Pepper
or
tastes like
something.
shit. Whenever I know
I
someone
like
that's like a
that.
Dr. Pepper person, like, they're not friends anymore.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's not my kind of thing, but like
Secretly
also like,
a Dr. Pepper
have you
person.
ever?
Yeah, you love
tasted,
raisins
like
and shit too, though.
Love it.
ugh,
Loves it.
your guys' weird like cream soda. Like cream soda's not good.
It's
I
good.
like it. I like it.
Jones
Have
cream
you-
soda? It tastes like
Have
bubble
you
gum.
ever like
Schweppes used to make one too. The ginger ale company. They made a clear cream soda. So good.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
disgusting. Have you ever like licked cum out of a woman's vagina?
Yeah.
Dude.
On
Yeah,
the- on
all
the
the
reg.
time, buddy.
Yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
cream soda tastes like.
That's where it gets the
I
name.
mean, there's an aftertaste. There's an aftertaste.
An afterburn.
Okay.
Tangy.
I would say just some of those boring, like cream soda's not boring. Like I'm definitely grape and fucking orange are the best pops ever, but it's like in that category I put cream soda. You know, like root beer, Coke, Pepsi, they're all good. The Sprite and 7-Up cucks, where it's
I
just
like the Sprite.
drink a fucking bubbly, drink a
I
soda
like
water, you
Sprite.
cuck.
I like Sprite.
I mean, it's the worst pop.
Drink
If
a
we're
Perry
going
water.
worst pop, yeah, pop, like Perry water and bubblies, they're not pop, so that doesn't
Well, a
count.
nice
You know,
cold Sprite
diet,
on a
we're
hot
not
day.
diet nothing.
Can I throw
Diet
this
nothing,
card
yeah, I'll
in?
diet that.
I feel like we touched on the Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
but do you notice how there is no duplicate to Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, 'cause it's gross.
Pure poison, buddy.
like,
Yeah.
like there's like 4 different fucking root beers. There's RC to cola, the RC cola.
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
fucking
all the
Coca-Cola,
cola.
Yeah, that's
Pepsi
true.
Cola.
There's no knockoff Dr. Pepper.
No.
No.
There's no fucking Pepper MD. You know.
You know, no, there definitely isn't. You know, you've heard of MK Ultra. Well, this is DP Ultra.
DP
Dr.
Ultra.
Pepper Ultra. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just doing mind control on people.
Right? I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
I mean, I like it. It worked. You know, I like
no,
that shit.
it tastes like shit.
Mountain Dew's pretty fucking
It's
gross.
not bad.
I'll put that up there.
Mountain Dew, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mountain
Mountain
Dew
Dew's
is...
its own thing.
I think, yeah, that's worse than Sprite and 7-Up for sure. Sprite is somewhat enjoyable sometimes. It's
On
passable.
a hot day, a
There's
Sprite's
still a bit of an
delicious.
AF, but...
Yeah, Mountain Dew's
It's-
all AF. It's
there-
like syrupy.
at
It
no,
just coats
yeah,
your
oh
teeth.
yeah. At no point in time has Mountain Dew been good. It's
Yeah.
never been good. You know. I mean,
No.
and also, like, how are they still a pop? When we were fucking 10 years old, before we knew what sperm was, we heard that it lowered your sperm count. And
Everyone
somehow,
knows that's true.
Somehow it's...
Yeah.
Everyone knows it's true. It's been proved. And it's like, how is it
Yeah.
still a pop? Is it just females drinking it? Like, you know, vagina owners?
I think it's just
It's
like
funny. Yeah.
pre-teens until they hear that, then they stop. But every year there's a new batch.
Yeah,
of
I totally
preteens.
stopped.
Yeah.
I remember I was like on my 10th birthday. I was like, I'm never drinking one of these. What's a sperm? Ew.
I
You
don't
know?
want lower.
Mountain Dew lowers your sperm count, and green was it green M&Ms make you horny? Is that the thing? Green
No.
Skittles?
Is
That's
that on The
your
Office
thing.
or something?
No, I think that was like real life. We lived that.
I
lived
lived
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived that.
Green
Late
Skittles.
90s, man. I lived it.
There
It
was
sounds
some weird
familiar.
shit.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Green Skittles got you fucking gay or something.
So
Wow.
the answer is Brian, go fuck yourself.
Thank you,
That's
Brian,
what
for
the
nothing.
answer is.
You can
Thanks for
listen to
nothing. you cuck.
Bike Thieves. They have a good album coming out at the end of the month, not like the Bouncing Souls. Listen to this podcast wherever you get podcasts. Any last words, boys? I gotta piss again so hard.
I don't know. I feel like you eventually you give up pop and you just drink beer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a
Last time
man.
I had pop anyway.
I enjoy a good Pepsi from time to time, but I drink Old Milwaukee Organic.
Or Milwaukee again.
Organic. It is not organic. These are your final words?
Yeah.
Thanks everybody
Like
for
your
tuning
final-
in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.